Good morning, all. My name is Dr. S. Aslam Ansari. I'm working as Head Industry Institute Relations at VNRVJIET. Friends, today's topic is role of a mentor. Who is a mentor? I'll be discussing who is a mentor, what he can do, particularly for the students of engineering. Because the process of thinking, or I can say thought process of students up to +2 will be in one way, but once they join engineering, their thought process and the way of thinking is different. So if we want to mentor the engineering college students starting from first year up to fourth year, how we have to be, how a mentor has to be, what are the qualities of a mentor, how he has to develop the students is the topic which I'm going to discuss now. First of all, I would like to say teacher profession is a mother profession of all other professions because they are the assets of any nation as they shape the young minds into future leaders, thinkers, and social contributors. And more so, I can put it in a simple word, mentor is a trusted advisor. Now, for that, the student, what they'll see or what they listen, they forget. What they do, they forget. But what they, how they made them to feel, they remember in lifelong. So mentor's role is to make them to feel. Now let us see. LIC, most of you friends know that LIC means we think that it is Life Corporation of India. But I'll put it or I will convert it into mentor skills. The basic skill a mentor has to have is the listening skill. Listening, my dear friends, remember listening can solve 50% of the problems in life, more so for the students. Listening, how to listen a student, how to develop the culture of listening to the students. And listening, it's an art. It is foundation of mentoring. If you want to become a good mentor, first you have to be a good listener. Because it makes you to understand or it helps you to understand what the student need, what they need, what is their requirement, where they want help. All these things can be understood by the mentor if you properly or if the mentor properly listen the student with open mind. Listening is one aspect and listening with open mind is another aspect. Listening creates a sort of trust in the student. More so, it creates empathy towards the student. If the students start trusting the mentor, then 50% of the problem is solved. 50% of the mentoring is over. So my dear friends, creating a trust in the student's mind starts with listening to the student with open-minded and with wholeheartedness, or I can say from the bottom of the heart. Student should be able to feel safe in the hands of the mentor. That's where the mentoring starts. And my dear friends, the requirement of the student, engineering student particularly, varies from year to year. Their requirements are different at the first year, requirements are different at the second year, requirements are different at the third year and fourth year. Now, the mentor, when he takes the first year students as the mentees, he should know what are their requirements. Similarly, if he works with second year students, he should understand what are their requirements. Similarly, third and fourth year. Before going for the mentoring role, let us understand the requirements of the different years of the student. Particularly when it comes to first year, they will be coming from +2 or what we say is intermediate. Once they join, their total scenario will be different. Up to +2, their, as I said, their thought process is different. They will be under the umbrella of parents most of the times. But once they join engineering, most of them, or at least 60 to 70% of the students may join the hostel. So once they enter the professional course, it's a professional course. What are their requirements? First year, adaptability to new environment, because the environment up to +2 is different. When it comes to the engineering college, the environment is totally different. And once they join engineering college, their dream is to become a good engineer, and they aim for a good placement. And once they join the hostel, adjusting with the hostel maybe for 6 months or 7 months will be a little difficult once they come out of their residences. Particularly for the rural background students, it is a little bit difficult once they shift themselves from rural background to the urban background. And another point is they will be having new friends, new life, and how they adjust themselves depends on their family background. Some of them become homesick, particularly girl students, they'll be more homesick compared to the boy students. So these are some of the aspects which the mentor should understand. Once you are working with first year student, understand their family background, understand how sick they are as far as the home is concerned. Are they able to adjust with the hostel life? Are they able to adjust with the college environment? What is their dream? What they want to be? All these things have to be understood by the mentor. When it comes to second year, their flexibility will be more compared to the second year. First year, the flexibility levels will be very less. But when it comes to the second year, the flexibility levels are more. So they get little confidence. They get confidence of completing the degree with high grade, and they start working more on up to first year. Most of the subjects are the subjects which they were taught in +1 and +2. Most of the subjects are maths, physics, chemistry, English. But when it comes to the second year, most of the subjects are core subjects. So they have to cope up with the core subjects when it comes to the second year. And some of the students probably because of the environment, sometimes they may have 1 or 2 backlogs also. The mentor should be in a position to counsel the student, counsel the mentee to clear the backlogs at the first stage itself, so that it will not become a burden at the third or fourth year. Career planning. Their first year probably they have a dream of becoming a good engineer, but when it comes to second year, they start planning for their career. They start planning for their goal setting. And you should know how to assess. Assessment is in terms of 3 ways. One is assessment of their academics. Second is assessment of their personal life. Second is assessment of their team life. These 3 are very important when it comes to the assessment. The mentor should at least be able to put few questions or prepare a questionnaire where he can assess the qualities of a student as far as these 3 areas. One is academics, second is personal life, third is as a team how he is working. And when it comes to third year, his maturity levels will be very more. His focus will be more on future. Particularly, he will be searching for the companies which are good for his future, where he can be placed, and if any backlogs, he will be more focused to clear his backlogs, and he will be doing mini projects, and particularly profile building, how to build his profile, interacting with the industry people, internships. So your focus shall be on the topics which are required for the third year students. Is different compared to the first year students. It's not the same. So you should have the knowledge what the third year student is required. And when it comes to the final year, it is totally with 3 years of experience in the college, they have a lot of exposure, and they will be more focusing on the future development. Once they leave the college, what they have to do, how they have to prepare themselves for the future. So now more focus is required on placements. And I have one or two students, if they have backlog, they will have that fear of backlog. A mentor should be able to address the problem of even 1 or 2 backlogs, to clear the backlogs, to see that he goes out of the college within the stipulated period with degree in one hand and job in one hand. That's how the mentor should guide the students. And probably a mentor has to help in conducting the mock interviews, how to sit in mock interviews, how to face the group discussions, how to face in a team. how to face the interview, how to have the body language as far as interviews are concerned. These are some of the topics where the mentor has to guide the students, particularly of final year and project works, interviews, as I said about, and most of the time they have spent 4 years at college. Once they go out of the college with one degree in one hand and job in one hand, they have to be adjusted with the new environment. Again, environment changes. Once they go to the job, they will be having again a total different atmosphere. We have to create a hope amongst the student that yes, you can do. You can work with different people in new environment once you join the job. That is where the job of the mentor lies when once the final year student goes out of the or tries to goes out of the college. Now, first we have discussed the point one is how to listen the student. Once listening is over, the next point is how to intervene. Listening is only one activity. Now you have listened the student, you heard the problems, everything is known to you. Now you intervene. Intervening, for example, if the student is overloaded, not able to cope up with the task, particularly his personal life, maybe with team or with the subjects, with the core subjects. So you must be able to discuss with the student thoroughly and guide him properly, duly taking him into your fold. And as I said at the first instance, if once the students start trusting you, naturally it becomes easy for you to guide the student, to counsel the students, my dear friend. And when he is not able to focus on studies with distractions, probably by virtue of age, there may be distractions, not able to put himself on the right path, then the role of the mentor again starts to put him on the right path, to avoid the deviations from the normal life. Even if required, the mentor is supposed to talk with the parents if necessity demands. Nothing wrong in discussing with the parents. If the student, even after your mentoring skills or mentoring, if he is not able to put the student himself on the right track, please discuss with the parents. Nothing wrong. And counsel him in person. My dear friends, one more point I want to tell here is when you are doing the mentoring job with a particular student, see that he is alone. Never see that others are also listening what you are doing with that particular student. No. Mentoring or counseling shall be from person to person. And another important point which the mentor has to develop is never discourage the student. Discouragement by a mentor to the student will create a sort of depression in the student. So, as a point to remember, the mentor should never discourage the student. And now, let him set the priorities. What is his priorities? What are his priorities? What he wants to do? Studies or extracurricular activities? Or is he planning to go for UPPSC exam? Or is he planning to go work for government exams? Or is he planning to go as an entrepreneur? So discuss with him. Set him the priorities. Create him a to-do list. These are all the jobs of mentor, my dear friends. And assess him. For example, he may say, I want to become a good entrepreneur. Assess. What are the qualities required for him to become an entrepreneur? If he wants to have a startup, if he is having a good idea, encourage him. If he wants to go for a startup, encourage him. Show him the path how he can become an entrepreneur. So how he can establish a small industry or micro industry or medium industry. This is where the role of a mentor lies, my dear friends. And once after your intervene, you have heard the mentee, means you have listened him, you have intervened, and now the third important activity, or I can say the character of a mentor, is connect with him. Review their progress regularly. Connect means it is not only giving a direction for him to grow. But review, for example, review his first year progress, how many marks he got, where he is lagging, which subject he is lagging. If required, discuss with the particular lecturer, support him. So review his progress continuously, how he was in first year, where he stands in second year, where he is going in third year. Is his percentage of marks consistent? How the trends are, how the trends of the marks, is he getting consistently good marks, or growing or declining? If declining, why? Where the lacunas are? Which is the subject where he is lagging, or which are the subject where he is lagging? So understand, this can be done only when the mentor starts reviewing his progress subject by subject and marks by marks. Internal marks, external marks, everything. If he is lagging in practicals, see what is the problem with him. Discuss with the respective lecturer and rectify the lacunas, my dear friends. And it is easy. Once you understand the student, it is very, very, very easy to mold the student. Give illustrations. There are a very good number of stalwarts in the world. Give the illustrations. See, he is so and so, he is so and so, he is so and so. How he achieved the goals, how he has grown in life. You can give very good number of examples. Because examples always give a thought-provoking process. Build confidence. Yes, you can do. Even if you get less marks in a particular subject, give him a confidence that yes, if you go for improvement, or in the next year probably he may get good marks. Give you a sort of confidence, build a confidence. That's very important role for the mentor, my dear friends. And moral values. One side of the life is education. Of course, he has to undergo the many number of subjects, almost 100 subjects in total engineering. Besides that, always tell few moral values which are required for the students. Student is not alone a computer engineer. After completing his course, he is not alone a computer engineer or mechanical engineer or civil engineering. He has to be like a good human being. So this is the right time. Once you become a mentor, teach him the moral values which molds him not only as a good engineer but also as a good human being. Encourage him at a very step. The role of a mentor is to encourage the student. Never discourage. Lacunas may be there. I don't say that lacunas will not be there. Yes, lacunas may be there, but it is the role of the mentor to see that the lacunas are overcome, and he gets the confidence of winning the not only engineering degree but also winning in life. The values you imbibe in the student during these 4 years will help for the student to build his entire career. And let him be a leader. Let him not be a mere manager once he go out of the institute. Wherever he works, let him show the qualities of a leader. Who is a leader? How he can. I'll put it in a simple word. Leader is a person who do the right things. It's as simple as that. Manager is a person who do the things in a right way. But leader is a person who do the right things. What is a right? What is a wrong? So as a mentor, during this 4 years, the student will be with you. Lot of time is there. 365 into 4 days are there. 365 into 4, yes, 4 days are there where you can do miracles. The mentor can do a miracle in the life of the student where he can grow not only as a good human being but as a good leader who will be very useful for the society, for his personal life and for the society. For that, I want the mentor to be a role model. Mentor should be a role model. Then it becomes easy for the mentee to understand how a person has to mold his life. And celebrate if student is having some success. Celebrate student success as your success. Student success is mentor success. And always believe in yourself. Yes, you can be a good mentor provided you trust the student. You start creating a trust among the mentees or students. Yes, you can do. My dear friends, with all the above, I'm sure that all of you can be excellent mentors for the growth of the students, for the benefit of the student, for molding the life of the student. With this, I can conclude that yes, my dear friends, you can do, you can do, you can do. Believe in yourself, you can do, and you can be a very effective mentor. With this, I conclude the session. I say all the best to all the mentors to become an effective mentor. Thank you, my dear friends.